Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If you're on social media, share this link with everyone if you didn't get a notification. And to my super chat, thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. It's going down. It is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Just because CNN is not telling you, well, look, actually CNN and MSNBC and Fox, they're all telling you this, but not all at once. I use public record evidence, public record knowledge. Okay. So when I say that this is taking place, it is. All you have to do is look at, for example, let's see, Clinton Foundation. Okay. So this is the Hill. Feds received whistleblower evidence. Okay. And then you have December, Clinton Foundation raises objections to reporting of the Hill's John Solomon. Well, of course, all of this is taking place, ladies and gentlemen, in front of, this is public, even the Washington Post is talking about it, the New York Times, the Washington Post. The Hill is just as revered as all of them. Before I get to that, by the way, a publication, it's just one of the best publications, The Federalist, published me, and I'm very, very proud. And share this article everywhere. It's in The Federalist. It is how the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across the globe. And it's my article on AOC's Green New Deal. And here it is. It's right here, ladies and gentlemen. Share that everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Hold on one second. All right. So my article. Here's my article in the Federalist right here. I'll share it again, ladies and gentlemen. So share that on if you're on any social media platform you're on. Any social media platform you're on, please go ahead and share that. This is my article in the Federalist. And it talks about how the mining of cobalt and lithium are decimating communities in the Congo, in Latin America. It's here to stay. Thank you. It's here to stay. To my super chat, thank you very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. So thank you. It's here to stay. Thank you so very, very much for supporting my voice. And here's my article in the Federalist. Love the Federalist. I've been reading the Federalist for years, and I love it. And just definitely share that everywhere. Public record data. Look, feds received whistleblower evidence in 2017 alleging Clinton Foundation wrongdoing. You have $2.5 billion flowing into the Clinton Foundation. You have 85 donors giving $156 million. We can talk about all the different scandals, okay? December 8th, Fox News, 2018, Clinton Foundation whistleblowers have come forward with hundreds of pages of evidence, Meadows says. It's going down. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. Everything that I've been saying, it's happening. And I'm not speaking through MySpace and super secret agents. By the way, it's private companies building the wall, not the Army Corps of Engineers. Thanks for playing. Okay. And, you have William D. Campbell. You have Russian uranium deal, and Hillary Clinton in the news again. Forbes, December 2018, whistleblower advocates attorney condemn FBI raid on Clinton Foundation whistleblower. So this was just a month and a half ago. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, William Barr is not going to be just another Jeff Sessions. Goribi Studios, enjoy your stuff very much. Thank you. Salute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goribi Studios. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you so very, very much for your support, and I appreciate it. Very cool. Very cool. Goribi. I'm looking at your page right now. Very cool. Thank you. I love the logo, by the way. I gotta say, I love the logo. I love your logo. Thank you very much, Goripi Studios. Thank you. And so it's going down. It's going down. And when it goes down, I want everybody to know that, well, we've been saying the same thing every single day. This is Tom Fitton 2 hours ago. Big. Peter Strzok, Lisa Page docs show more collusion to protect Hillary Clinton. Voter fraud crisis. Okay, so you have, this is Tom Fitton just 2 hours ago. Look, ladies and gentlemen, President Trump didn't become, how much, this has nothing to do with common sense. This has only to do with strategy. It has nothing to do with intelligence. But how much Trump worth? Okay, so how much money does President Trump have? It says here 2019, $3.9 billion, $3.1 billion, but that's interesting. Trump tumbles down the Forbes as his net worth takes. So how President Trump's net worth stands at 3.1 billion, down from 4.5 billion in 2015. Okay, look. Let's say they want to say, oh, he's only worth $1 billion. Let's say he's only worth 800 million. Money doesn't equate to intelligence. Stephanie Parker, hello. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Money doesn't equate to intelligence, but I will say this. Money, the more, let's say you have a business mogul or a person who has hundreds of millions or billions, they are good at strategy. Money does not equal intelligence, wisdom, values, morality. Money is a commodity. It would be like if you amassed whatever, just a commodity. Money does not equal wisdom or intelligence or mean you're a good person. But I will say this. There are a couple character traits that money is correlated to. Being strategic, understanding strategy is one of them. You do have to understand strategy a bit to amass that much money. And you think that William Barr is going to be just like Sessions? And also, do you think that Republicans are going to roll into 2020 allowing Democrats to just... Bob Benson, thank you. I don't think that Republicans are simply I disagree with Marcin. I disagree with that statement from Netanyahu. The Polish people suffered beyond belief. So I disagree with. I have to look at exactly what he said, but I disagree with that sentiment from Netanyahu. Marcin, thank you for watching. There were many great Polish people who saved Jews. But okay, look, like in any country, you do have people who collaborate. So he might have been referring to that. But in terms of the suffering, the Polish people suffered tremendously with beyond belief. And that's, Marcin, thank you for watching. Yeah, I disagree with that statement. Thetanaya! Pelosi brother-in-law got 737 million from Obama, 1/5 of the wall. Theta, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Theta. Thank you. Theta Naya, thank you so very much. So my point overall is that the strategy, Trump's strategy, is not just, oh well, we'll just have another Sessions. Who will guard the Guardians? That's right. Okay, nice. It literally translated to who will guard the Guardians. That's what I was looking at. That's right. Who polices the police? Who polices the FBI? Exactly. Theta Naya, thank you. Thank you, Theta, for always watching and supporting. Thank you. Marcin, thank you so very much for watching in Poland. I went to, when I was in college, great friend of mine from Poland who was a swimmer, good guy. His name was Gregorz. Good guy, very good guy, great guy, excellent human being and wonderful guy. We had a good time in college. He was a swimmer. And he was awesome. Great guy. Anyway, so you have all of this taking place right now. You have whistleblower evidence. You have William D. Campbell, the FBI informant. You have ongoing Clinton Foundation probes. There's ongoing Clinton Foundation probes, ladies and gentlemen. Ongoing. This is in the Hill and the Daily Beast. So, like, everything I'm saying has already, but see, they sweep it under the rug. If you have BuzzFeed, the New York Times, Washington Post, all of these publications, Vox, and they're constantly pumping Trump Russia, and then we find out there's no evidence. And then we find out that McCabe and FBI officials wanted to remove Trump. Then what they try to do is sweep everything under the rug. Oh, well, and then what takes place is when William Barr officially says, here's a special counsel, here's a new investigation, then what they do is they say, oh my God, this is a fake investigation. Trump's going after his political opponents. That's what they're going to do. They're going to say Trump's going after his political opponents. Oh my God. And the interesting thing is, when Tucker Carlson interviewed that one Democrat the other day regarding the investigation into Trump, Andrew McCabe lied under oath 3 times. He's currently under criminal investigation, an actual criminal investigation tied to what he did, not some kind of ridiculous investigation into something happened somewhere. We know from CrowdStrike in the Steele dossier purchased by Clinton. And oh, by the way, we're just going to try to entrap you. No, he lied under oath. The Office of Professional Responsibility got him within the FBI, which is hilarious. Because why would the FBI has an Office of Professional Responsibility? There's probably nobody there. It's probably an empty office. But they got Andrew McCabe. Theta Naya, thank you again, Theta. Thank you. And he's saying, well, we were so suspicious. We were worried about Trump. Well, of course you're going to say that. Oh, well, he fired James Comey. Well, of course you're going to say that. What are you going to say? That my wife took $800,000? What is Andrew McCabe going to say? That his wife took hundreds of thousands from Terry McAuliffe? And then NBC News, Trump's gripes against McCabe includes wife politics. No. And then you have facts dispute Donald Trump's claim that donations to FBI spouse linked to Clinton email decision. No, the facts don't dispute that at all. At all. This is a PolitiFact article that's just one example of Our ruling. Trump said the man who was in charge of the investigation of Hillary Clinton accepted from Hillary Clinton $675,000. That's true. Trump is correct in the hefty donations from a Clinton ally. Yes, that's true. But the timeline doesn't add up. Oh, of course it adds up. Why wouldn't the timeline add up? I love these fact checking. I love like the MSNBC logic. Like, why does it have to? Why does a quid pro quo have to take place right then and there? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. News that Clinton was using private email account in violation of federal records broke March 2nd, 2015. McCabe announced her candidacy 10 days later. So what? How on earth does that not coincide with a very suspect and suspicious timing? What does it matter if you receive close to $1 million before or after the Clinton email investigation, especially since the FBI and every other intel agency very likely knew she was using a private server? This is ridiculous. It's absurd. The timeline, of course, adds up. At the point of the contribution, the candidate's husband was not directly involved in the FBI probe. Who cares? He was a top-level person at the FBI. Yes, and he was directly involved. This is actually not true at all. According to the FBI, no, he was directly involved. The Bureau says that by the time he had some oversight in the role in the Clinton investigation, the election involving his wife had been over for 3 months. So what? So what? He still owed a favor. This is hilarious. What does that even? They're trying to say that, Theta Naya, 20 billion annual defense accounting contracts equals for walls. HA for president. Theta Naya, thank you. Thank you, Theta. 20 billion annual defense accounting for contract. Yeah, well, the New York Times, Theta said that the New York Times said that he's getting 8 billion. But yeah, he has access to all of that. Theta Naya, thank you so very much as always. The Yahtzee. I'm happy with the response that you gave to Marcin. It's a disgrace that has been said about Poland at the summit in Warsaw. Yeah, I don't agree with that statement from. I have to look at what Netanyahu said. I'm not the biggest fan of Netanyahu, although I support Israel. I'm not the biggest fan. The Yahtzee, thank you very much. Thank you, the Yahtzee. John Doe, Smooth Mike. What's up, HA? FK, Maduro Mike. I like that, Smooth Mike. I'm Smooth Mike. Hello, Maduro Mike. Yes. Thank you. John Doe. The truth will be revealed in 1776, baby. Yes. Thank you. John Doe, thank you very, very much, John Doe. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for this super chat. It supports my voice and supports this channel. And let me tell you, look, it's on the horizon. Everything's on the horizon. Like one of my buddies said to me, which was hilarious, on the way to San Diego one day. It's all coming together now because we were stuck in traffic for like 3 hours. And he was saying he had to be there. It's kind of funny. It's like, it's all coming together now. The horizon, what is it? The clear skies ahead. Clear skies ahead. All coming together now. It's all happening now. Yeah, so even Israel actually denied Netanyahu's statement. So I don't know why Netanyahu stated what. Then he had to go back. So he said something stupid. The actual the country. So yeah, So John Doe, thank you so very much. Maduro Mike, now Smooth Mike, thank you. Theta Naya, thank you as always. Theta, thank you. Eric H526. I'm not on social media. I can share your links on live chat when I upload on my channel. Everyone, check out it. Eric H526's channel. Keep up the amazing work, HG. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Everyone, John Doe, Smooth Mike, Fatanaya, we're going to have a great year. Look, William Barr is already investigating. This has been a process because Matthew Whitaker didn't just stay there for nothing, for no reason. He was compiling, very obviously, information. Now, do I know this as a fact? No, I don't. I'm the assumption here. Thank you again, Eric H526. And John Doe, thank you very, very much for your support of this channel. Thank you. Smooth Mike, thank you as always. Thetanaya, thank you as always. Do I know that Matthew Whitaker is compiling evidence? No. Do you think Matthew Whitaker was there for about 3-4 months for his health? No. They fabricated an investigation because they covered up Clinton's crimes, and they needed to utilize the media to save face for losing $1.2 billion after cheating Bernie Sanders. Nobody looked at Buff Bernie coloring books and said, oh my God, Bernie Sanders and his glistening body. Bernie Sanders. Bernie. Look at Bernie. Bernie Sanders. That glistening Buff Bernie coloring book. Press 1 if you stare at the Buff Bernie coloring book before you go to bed at night. 1, 1, 1. Nobody looked at the Clinton color. Mad Applebaum. Nobody looked at Buff Bernie coloring book. Buffett. Nobody looked at the Buff Bernie coloring book and said, God, I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. Nobody did that. Have you seen these Facebook ads? Nobody looked at a Twitter bot and said, oh, yeah, I'm really going to dislike Clinton for that. Also, Netanyahu's in a lot of trouble, too. I think he already got indicted, or at least other countries, he's indicted. Oh, recommend indictment. So Israeli police record, he's in a lot of trouble. So he's all over the place. Who knows what's in his brain? But anyway, so I support Israel 100%, but I'm not really the biggest fan of Netanyahu at all. I mean, it's like, how much evidence do you need? There's so much evidence. And what they did was, you have conflicts of interest beyond belief. He was the number 2. This ridiculous notion that they're worried about Trump. They were worried about Trump because, because of what CrowdStrike said, because of what GCHQ said, because of what? There was no evidence he did anything wrong. They even looked at Michael Flynn's phone calls. They had no evidence. They're pretending to be suspicious. And this is, finally, I'm able to communicate this. They're pretending. They're using the pretext of suspicion to justify criminal behavior. The pretext of suspicion. Finally, tell people, if you watch this whole thing on the upload, well, what time? It's 23 minutes in. They're using the pretext. The pretext of suspicion, the pretext to justify unlawful and criminal behavior. And then PolitiFact is like, oh, yeah, well, you know what? He wasn't in charge of the FBI probe. If you're the deputy director, you're in charge. And we know that there's, There were insurance policy texts. Oh, this is, of course, on October 26, 2016. So there's 2 years worth of insurance policy in Andrew McCabe's office, all of these things. We know now from information that this is false. This is false. Someone needs to fact check the fact checkers. So, John Doe, thank you. Theta Naya, thank you. Smooth Mike, thank you. I mean, it's like unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You have a special counsel without even a criminal, without even a crime. Meanwhile, with Clinton, she committed a crime, and there's legal statutes associated with the crime, and she actually colluded with Russia and the FBI. They fabricated an investigation to get to Trump. There was no evidence. The Steele dossier was purchased by Hillary Clinton. There's zero evidence from the Steele dossier, zero evidence from CrowdStrike. We have no clue what CrowdStrike gave the FBI or the United States government. It was outsourced by Hillary Clinton. We have zero clue. So we have absolutely no clue. And this is exactly what James Comey read. Okay, so for example, 7 email chains concerned matters that were classified at the top secret special access program level. How'd she get that? We need to know how she was able to get that. How did she transfer the top secret intel, special access intel, SAP intel? When they were sent and received, these chains involve Secretary Clinton both sending emails about those matters and receiving emails from others about the same matters. There is evidence to support a conclusion that any reasonable person, I mean, you see the way these people talk. It's like they're in slow motion. They're slapping you in the face in slow motion. And then when you get hit, they're like, well, what, as you can see what happened. It's like, you slapped me in the face. There is evidence to support a conclusion that any reasonable person in Secretary Clinton's position or in the position of those government employees with whom she was corresponding about these matters should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation. Although there is evidence of potential violations of the statutes regarding the handling of classified, there is evidence of potential violations of the statutes regarding the handling of classified information. One of my wonderful subscribers asked me, and he watches the channel. He's absolutely wonderful. And he disagrees with me on everything, but he's a great guy. And he said, well, when are you going to stop saying the indictments are going to take place? And I said, when James Comey goes back in time, my response will be when James Comey goes back in time and removes there is evidence of potential violations of the statutes regarding the handling of classified information. There's evidence of the violations of statutes. There's evidence of the violations of statutes. John Doe, thank you again. Thank you. John Doe, Theta Naya, Smooth Mike, thank you. There's evidence of potential violations. There is evidence. There is evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Evidence, evidence, evidence. And it's unsustainable. Like the media, the insanity behind everything going on is not sustainable. I'm getting the same feeling I got in 2015 with Clinton. Like, it's just not sustainable. Docs reveal FBI covered up a chart of potential violations of law. Wow, this is great. This is great. This is from Tom Fitton. 7 hours ago, Judicial Watch, docs reveal FBI cover-up of chart of potential violations. This is just today. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Strzok forward to Page and others. I have redlined some points. Broadly, I have some concerns asking some of our senior folks to get involved in the business, particularly when we have Comey's statement as a kind of standalone document. In my opinion, there's too much nuance, detail, and potential for missteps. They were covering everything up. Judicial Watch announced today it received 186 pages of records from the Department of Justice that include emails documenting an evident cover-up of a chart of potential violations by former Secretary Clinton. Judicial Watch obtained records through, the newly obtained emails come in response to a May 21st order. 3 days after then FBI Director James Comey's press conference, the special counsel of the FBI's executive assistant director wrote to Strzok and others that he was producing a chart of statutory violations considered during the investigation and the reasons the recommendations for the recommendations not to prosecute. Are you kidding me? She has a chart. She has a chart. She has a chart of the crimes. Okay. Trump doesn't even have a chart. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't even have an index card. He doesn't even have an index card. I've been saying this since 2015. 2015. I'm like a little tiny little mosquito. Like an H.A. Goodman mosquito. Indictments. I told you, like, this is what I'm going to do. This is my last. I'm going to, like, next Super Bowl, I'm going to fly in with a jetpack with, like, a banner behind me. Indictments are imminent. It's just the jetpack. Clinton indictments. I'll be like the guy in Super Bowl 2 or Super Bowl 1. You know? It's a good mosquito. That's my new name, H.A. Good Mosquito. I'm telling you, I'm like the guy who says, like, the end of the world's coming. I'm gonna, like, find an outside where people are tailgating, and it's gonna be like old wooden signs and me with my, like, megaphone, like, Clinton transferred top secret intel from JWIC's Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System. People like, this guy is crazy. How did she transfer it? Paul Sperry says, I read my book, Butter Top Secret Emails, on Amazon. I'm going to do that. I'm the guy. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be that guy on, like, while you're tailgating, I'll be yelling out. Are you kidding? And it's just like, there was a chart. He didn't even have an index card. Are you kidding me? A chart of the statutory violations. Oh my God, I'm still working on the chart of statutory violations considered during the investigation. The reasons for recommending. Oh my God. Neither of the talking points nor the chart of potential violations have been released. There's a chart of violations. Oh. Yeah. There's a chart of violations. Meanwhile, there's no chart at all. Anthony DiStefano, thank you. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you for your voice and passion. Can you comment on Horowitz-Huber-Barr relationship? I hear Graham is filing criminal referral for all that lied. Is this true? Michael Horowitz, John Huber, William Barr. I think Michael Horowitz is just a DOJ, the IG DOJ. So he has, John Huber was Sessions. Both Tom Fitton and Joe DeGeneva and a bunch of people have stated that John Huber has done nothing. So all the people who said, trust Sessions, trust Huber, the guy was given information, he did nothing. William Barr is going to flip the script. He's going to investigate. IG Horowitz, see, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not privy to any relationship between all three other than they probably know each other, or maybe. But Michael Horowitz is just an IG, the Inspector General, regarding the Clinton email and FISA debacles. So he's just basically a person just writing a report, and he made every attempt not to indict anyone except for Andrew McCabe. So Andrew McCabe got the brunt of everything, which was hilarious. So Anthony DiStefano, thank you. John Doe, thank you again. Thank you again, John Doe. Thank you. And so Anthony, I think that's my take. I mean, Huber is like nothing. Horowitz, nothing. Barr is hopefully going to be something. I say hopefully. She's got a chart. She has a chart detailing legal statutes. Yeah. Oh my. Oh my God. She's got a chart. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. She's going to get indicted. There's not a doubt regarding that. I've been saying that forever. When it happens, the live stream is going to be epic. And then on BitChute, because not on YouTube, on BitChute, I'm just going to call out everyone who ever said a derogatory word, a disparaging word on BitChute with profanity and everything. Oh my goodness. There's a chart. Okay. What do you want? What do you want? What more do you want? Chart lady. Church lady. Chart lady. Exactly. Anthony, thank you. John Doe, thank you again. Thank you. Chart detailing violations of the law by Hillary Clinton and the supposed reasons she was not prosecuted. I bet you like half the reasons are like, you know what? We can't talk about it. It's so super secret. We can't talk about why we didn't prosecute her. It's super duper 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 secret. Really? Is that above or below special access program intelligence? Super duper 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 secret. Is that above or below special SAP? Huh? Above or below? She has a chart. So, I mean, obviously, it's like. Then you have Sarah Sanders interviewed by Robert Mueller's office. The guy just wants to interview everyone. He has nothing to do. Don't you see? He does nothing to do. He just wants to interview people. We're going to talk about this. Thank you, Matthew Galter. Thank you. We have to talk about this. We're Mueller's team. Sarah Sanders, we're interviewing you. We're going to interview you. Meanwhile, like, there's a chart of laws she broke. Deputy Director McCabe will need to approve these before they are pushed out to anyone. This is what they do. They hide only behind protocol, and they manipulate protocol to get what they want. They manipulate protocol to get what they want. That's how they get away with this. So if you look at like the way they're talking, they manipulate. Oh, we have to do this. You know, this is what the protocol is. I'd rather not give this information to certain people. But at the end of the day, they're like, oh yeah, we have an insurance policy. We don't like Trump, and we want Clinton to win. And they did. They did everything possible, every single thing possible. They were, and by the way, the FBI was working with the State Department also because they wanted better appointments abroad. Shady deal offered. I mean, Tom Fitton, this man is amazing. Amazing. He's the man. He is the man. He is the man. So Clinton literally has a chart of violations. Like Trump, not even an index card. She used a server to hide her Clinton Foundation. I explained that in But Her Top Secret and But Her Deleted Emails. My book's on Amazon. People are still buying them. I explained that. I mean, I explain all of this. I mean, I'm a broken record every single day. I say the same thing 4 or 5 times a day. It's like at a certain, and then Rod Rosenstein is leaving. Thank God. Senate Intel chairman, no goodwill left for Michael Cohen. That really, he really did not hurt Trump in any way, shape, or form. Like, Cohen's going to flip. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nothing. Nothing. Any goodwill that might have existed in the committee with Michael Cohen is now gone. Any goodwill? What did you want him to say? There's nothing happened. The guy was suing BuzzFeed before he got caught because of his taxi empire. R. Enrique M. Trump for 2020 Vision for America. Thank you, R. Enrique M. Thank you. Why isn't she 50 years in prison by now? Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been interviewed. Oh my God, really? Meanwhile, cash flowed to the Clinton Foundation amid Russian uranium deal. If someone gave you $100 million to do something, a year before they ask you to do it, what does it matter if it happens a year after you accept the 100 million? It's like ridiculous. All of this stuff, the uranium sale was like, it's so overt. It is so overt. The problem is you don't have journalists in this country. You have only a few. You have basically an extension of the Democratic Party. That's it. And Trump very likely has, I mean, 2019 is going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. This is hilarious. I'm telling you, this is hilarious, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here we go. A theory, Andrew McCabe, Paul Manafort, and Mueller's theory, a criminal conspiracy implicating the president. After McCabe's revelations, what revelations? That they pretended that they were worried about Trump? Who cares? Their suspicion is not enough to investigate. You need to have a predicate crime. You need to have probable cause. No, there was no probable cause. There was nothing that he did aside from them saying, well, we're suspicious. Manafort lied to Mueller. He's serving a prison sentence for stuff he did 10 years before. Trump clearly feels the walls are closing in. Oh my God, no, the walls are not closing in. There's nothing. Andrew McCabe is under criminal investigation. And he's not going to make that much money off his book. Most Americans don't know who he is. And he's just not going to make that much money off his book. He's in huge legal trouble. He will get in. Okay, Andrew McCabe will get indicted. And that'll be yet another thing I predicted. Not that I'm not, Nostradamus. I'm wrong on some things, but I have the pulse of what's going on. When he gets indicted, it's game, set, match. GOP lawmakers preparing for more criminal referrals in FISA abuse probe. So, evidence growing of Democrats' contacts, collusion with Russia. The case for Russia collusion against Democrats, John Solomon. Yeah, of course they colluded against Russia. I mean, with Russia. How do you think they got this Steele dossier? The Steele dossier was written with help from a Russian intelligence officer, allegedly, which is, luckily for Christopher Steele, a bunch of nonsense. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. And It's like it's like you have all of this overt. It's so overt. That's the thing. This is what I don't get. It's like it's very easy. It's very, very, very easy to understand. This is so overt. This is so overt. You're not really like you're not like you're not finding out something for the first time like, "Oh my god. Really? No. Clinton committed crimes and then fabricated an investigation to cover up her own crimes for 2 years with the help of Sessions and people who said to trust Sessions? No. This is impossible. I don't believe it. You mean Clinton used a private server to hide her Clinton Foundation pay-to-play schemes? And as she transferred top secret intel illegally and deliberately with intent outside JWICs and other intranets that are top secret? How'd she do that? My God, this is crazy. It's like, we already know this. You already know this. This is not difficult. We know this. Not hard. Not hard to understand. Mitchell Smith! With just a few minor setbacks, the resistance and obstruction of the Democratic Party hasn't stopped President Trump from completing his agenda. That's true. That's true. Mitchell Smith, that's true. I mean, you're right about that. You're right about that. I agree with you on that. That is true. I'm going to read this John Solomon article real quick. The case for collusion with Russia against the Democrats, with Republicans on both the House and Senate investigating committees, have found no evidence of Donald Trump being guilty of Democrat-inspired allegations. It is worth revisiting an anecdote that escaped significant attention during the hysteria, but continues to have U.S. security implications. Wow. As Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton worked with Russian leaders, including Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and then President Dmitry Medvedev, to create U.S. technology partnerships with Moscow's version of Silicon Valley. Wow. Clinton's handprints were everywhere in the 2009-2010 project, the tip of the diplomatic spear to reboot U.S.-Russia relations. They came in with a reboot. A donor to the Clinton Foundation, Russian oligarch, led the Russia side. Okay, so the collaboration occurred at the exact same time Bill Clinton made his infamous trip to Russia and met with Putin and got $500,000 for a single speech. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? $500,000 for a president who's been out of the limelight for what, 20 years now? At that point, 10 years. Abel. Well, there's two ways to look at that too. Every other country has lobbyists. So, Abel, thank you. I am all for if you want to, I'm all for banning all foreign lobbyists. I wouldn't mind that at all. I wouldn't mind that at all. But it's not just one country, though. But Abel, thank you. There's clear evidence now shows that Hillary Clinton's family and charity profited from Moscow, of course, and simultaneously facilitated official government actions benefiting Russia. Of course, there's evidence. Of course, there's evidence. There's a chart, actually, of laws that she violated. Actual chart. There's a chart. They got a chart. Ladies and gentlemen, here is my article again in the Federalist. Please share that everywhere. How the Green New Deal would exploit poverty-stricken people across the globe. Please share that everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much to my super chat. You give me every incentive to continue these live streams. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of great things coming up. A lot of great things. In 2019, the paradigm is going to change drastically. Just drastically. Because it has to. There's too much evidence. And the same people who covered up Clinton's crimes are no longer going to be there. So you're going to see Clinton and others actually facing the legal and political consequences. People will get indicted, and eventually Clinton will. Thank you very much. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you to my super chat. Thank you again. And also, HA Second Amendment, check out those links below in the pinned comment. Thank you.